What's up, entrepreneurs and friends? Rebecca here.
Colby Gorny.
And we also have Chad Gorny on the show today. He's the owner of Turf Organics. We did a 60-second shout out to him last week. Say hello, Chad.
What's up?
All right, so today's episode, we're going to be touching on becoming licensed and insured. And we'll also talk about the financial side of starting a business and, use examples from all of our experiences. So we'll roll right into it. Chad, do you want to tell us a little bit about your business?
Absolutely,
we said a little bit about it last week, but give us the rundown.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you did great on the 60 seconds, by
Thanks.
the way. You did a good job. So what we do is the company's called Turf Organics, and what we do is we offer a less toxic lawn fertilization and pest control services.
Mm-hmm.
We pretty much just use science to use less fertilizers and less toxic chemicals and use more soil amendments and things like that. So our whole basis is being more organic, reducing toxins, but not getting not an expensive price and not losing results either. We're very results based. So we tell people your lawn, on the lawn side, your lawn's gonna look just as good or better as the chemical guys. We don't want people to notice at all that we've reduced the toxins. Because that's a big thing. I studied many other natural companies in the area, and a lot of their reviews, people are like, it's a great idea, but it doesn't really work. And it's, you're paying for a service, so you want to see those results.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent a whole year using these products and things like that and finding out how organic can we get and what can we do, how can we stretch the limits but still see results. So for a whole year we tested on families and friends' yards and things like that, and we finally found a formula where we're 98% organic on the fertilizers. We've reduced the toxins by over 50% on anything for pests, fungus,
really
or
good for the
weeds.
environment.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, a lot of what we use too, and the humic acid that we use, it traps the products in. So that not that we're losing less, it's less likely to run off, and so you don't get it won't go if we get heavy rains and things like that. A lot of people don't understand there's aquifers all underneath the ground in Florida. So whenever you put on the ground, goes into the aquifers, which goes into your drinking water. So it's a lot less likely. So we're being more organic, but as well as it's less likely to run off and leach to where you don't want it to be.
Wow,
So,
I didn't even know any of that.
Yeah.
Did you know any of that?
I know nothing about lawns.
That's crazy.
I don't even like doing my lawn.
So much information.
Yeah, well,
Lawns a lot.
People like you are the reason we're in business, so
Yes.
Yeah.
we appreciate
I
it.
do not do lawns. I mean, I'll have some days I'll just you know what, I'm gonna do the lawn, and then I'll get out there, kind of you know what, I'm just gonna go back inside. So
I'm just gonna ignore this problem.
yeah, I'm just gonna call
Throw it into
someone.
the-
We have people that do that. They go, I'm going to do it myself for a little bit. We promote everyone that wants to do it themselves. I'm like, hey, I totally respect that. Call me if you need help or anything. And they usually do it around this time when it's, it's 70s and 80s. But then 100 degrees comes out, and then they call us in the summer. They're like, hey, can you guys come back? Our lawn's not looking good,
That's
and it's
so
hot
funny.
outside. And we're like, well, we figured that would happen.
Mm-hmm. That's hilarious.
I do have a question, kind of where did you come up with the non-chemical kind of base?
So it's kind of being in the right place at the right time and knowing the right people. So my business partner's brother invented a lot of these products. He invented and patented them, like the humic acid and things like that. That wasn't really my idea or anything like that. I always knew I wanted to start a business. I knew I wanted it to be something different, but I had no idea what it would be.
Yeah.
So my business partner at the time, we knew each other from just in the industry. And he was telling me, so when his brother makes these products, his brother sells at the farms overseas. And they help grow crops in sandy soil.
He's pretty big.
Yes, he's the second largest producer in the humic acid, which is the product that we use. So he's big time, but he likes to sell to farms and things. He only has a couple big customers. He doesn't deal with smaller industry like what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But his product, when he makes it, it makes a waste, which is, it's an all natural product, but it's really, really watered down, and it's not enough for him to sell. So he used to just have it in giant waste tanks. He used to pay people to come and get rid of it.
Right.
Well, my business partner, now he called me and asked me if I knew anyone that could use these products. And I told him, I said, well, I have the licensing. I mean, we could put this product out. So that's when we got the equipment and I went and met him that night and had dinner with him. He showed me all the science behind it. I was like, science is cool, but I want to see it work. And so we started putting the product out. So we ended up using his waste product And then we bought more of his product and potent it more up, because doing it on the scale we're doing it, it's not as important if it's exact numbers. If it's a little bit less, a little bit more on the organic side, or using his humics, it's not a big deal. But when he sells it to the farms, it is. So we're actually recycling the waste problem. So now his plants are all 100% recyclable. They make all organic products, and as well as no waste at all.
That's amazing.
So
that's really good.
I kind of got the call for the opportunity, and I decided to take it.
Did you already, you were already licensed for this ahead of time?
Yes.
Turf Organics was already in production?
Turf Organics was not. I just had my license. So ever since I started mowing lawns, and then I bought into that business, and I sold my shares to pay for college. I just went to a trade school.
Yeah.
And I did landscaping. I thought I wanted to be a landscaper, so I did landscaping.
Where did you go?
FCTC in St. Augustine, First Coast Technical College, right behind St. Augustine High School. It was great. It's like 50% in the field and 50% in the classroom, which is amazing. Because I got all like D's and F's in high school. Like I should have never passed. But right when I went to college, I think after my first year, we had 26 different grades, and I got 25 A's and 1 B. And it was like 90.
We were talking about this last week. Like, people are doing so good in trade schools right now versus like
some people
for your
need,
colleges.
Yeah, and some people need that hands-on type
it was the hands. It was
because
100%.
it's kind of like no one just wants to look at a book and just read about it. I mean,
not any college. College is for some people, and it's for
you figure out what you want. But trade school is kind of like I talked about on my other podcast. It's kind of like if you like cutting trees, go to a trade school and learn more about cutting trees.
Yep.
Because you can do pretty much anything that you want now. And
especially in this generation.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you have like back in the day, it's kind of like you gotta go to college. But now it's like, oh well, you can be a YouTuber. Yeah. Obviously, you have to be interesting. Now you can go, mow lawns. You start off just doing lawns. So like, okay, how can I expand this to what you're doing?
Right.
And then me with like tutoring, it's kind of like there's so many tutoring companies. How am I different?
What's gonna set you aside? In his instance, it's being natural and organic and recyclable. Like, it all just kind of works together, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. So I'm a big believer in the trade schools. Like I said, and we did a lot of things like the irrigations, a lot of math and numbers, which I'm not good at, which I didn't do well in school. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh gosh, this is so much. And then we went out and we did it, and it clicked so fast. It's like, it all makes sense.
Because you liked what you were doing.
Yeah. It was at trade schools, and going out and doing it helps so much.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it to anybody to check that out. Because college, like you said, college is for certain people and certain things. But honestly, it's not for most people. And I looked at getting like degrees in like botany and things, but it was too much. It was like that's way overqualifying myself. And why am I going to spend all this money? Because I don't need to know that much about a bug. I just need to know need to know the basics about them and how to treat them. And that would have just put me way over the top. And I mean, it would have been great to know, but I would have really never used it.
No, I try to promote my kids, because I'm a teacher as well, to look into trade schools or just doing what they're interested in, and not being afraid to do it.
And what's going to make you happy ultimately?
Yeah, because you hear stories like, oh, I'm only this because my parents wanted me to do this. I'm doing this because it makes a lot of money. Just like money's not going to bring you happiness. If you do what you like, the money is eventually going to come.
Right.
Even if it's not like $1 million.
Shout out Gary V.
I want to say, did you get me on that?
I did.
So like,
you're welcome.
She got me on it, and I have another friend that really is like obsessed with him. And I watch some of his stuff.
He's super motivational. He's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he just says like, all the stuff he says is kind of like, I'm looking at it, it's kind of like, people should just know that. Like, you're not gonna just make $1 million or get 1,000 followers tomorrow. Yeah. It has to build. And like, I was talking about, like, I got on my Facebook and I looked back at my old tutoring pictures, and I started in 2007, just me. And now it's 2020, and I have like 30 tutors. Like, everybody in the area just knows who I am.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
years and years of hard work.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you don't even think about like where you started now, because you're in this moment. So I always like looking back just to say, okay, everybody's saying you gotta trust the process, and like now you have like evidence of I actually trust the process, and now look where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I mean, and obviously like you did as well.
Right, absolutely. And going to trade school too, like I said, I originally went for landscaping, And I ended up, because I had extra money and I was still living with my parents, I had money left over still. And really the college actually, like, I had everything set. I had all the money. I was living with my parents, and I still got grants for being under 21 and going to college.
Yeah.
So they also paid me, and I was like, wow, this is. I was like, it made it really easy, like extremely, like, because I applied for it. Like, when I applied for grants, I was like, I mean, really, I don't think I'm gonna get approved for anything because my parents make good money, and like I have a lot of money saved up from selling my business. But they're like, nope, here they give me like I think it was like $200 a week. And like gas and stuff, for being just 21 and going to college. So I did an extra year for doing the pest control, and I thought, I'll just figure this out. What the heck? And that's ended up what I ended up running with.
So what was your previous business? It was just lawn?
Yeah, just mowing lawns.
I
just started. I got a car at 16, and then I really realized you had to get gas to go anywhere. And my mom had a friend who mowed lawns, and he had his own little business, and he needed help. So I just started mowing lawns with him, and I realized that some people care more about their lawns than their house or almost anything else.
100%.
And so I realized it was a really big industry. And so when I started, he needed help. So I used all the money I made from him. I was living home with my parents. I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
And I started investing the money. I started buying shares of his company.
Oh, I see.
Because I wanted to be part of it and help him build. And the idea was to go to school, get these things, and then come back in and help him grow that company. But that didn't end up working out. It all ended up working out for the better, though. But I got my license.
I brought you here.
So but I learned even after my schooling, I still had to have a year in the spray business to get my license. And I knew I really wanted to get that license. That way I could start my own pest control company. So after I had a falling out with my other business partner, he didn't want to do it. He wanted to mow lawns. And I was like, dude, I didn't go to school to mow lawns.
Right.
I could have kept just mowing lawns the whole time. I didn't have to go to 2 years of school and come back and just, and I was still doing the same thing.
Now, when you were 16, like talking about shares, did you read a lot about it, or did something?
Like, how did you learn about that or get that guidance?
I don't.
Because you know they don't teach that in school.
Yeah,
I
just had a switch that flipped in my head, I think. Well, actually, no, I started mowing lawns for a while. I was 17 when I started buying shares. I got really bored of listening to music. And for some reason, I started listening to audiobooks. And the first book I listened on audio was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I listened to it like 10 times because there's a lot of, when you're mowing lawns, I had my headphones in and it was just, I could knock out books in a day on audio. I mean, it was like I worked 12 hours a day and I would be listening to 12 hours a day. I just got so tired of music, I switched into books. And then just listening to Think and Grow Rich, I was like, wow, I have something great.
It's a good book.
It started everything for me, and it got me to listening to other books and things like that. And I realized, I was like, wow, I have a really good opportunity here. I should take this money while I live at home and invest into this company, because if I can start something now, and when I'm 17, then what could it be when I'm 25?
Right.
So I was like, I don't want to start over.
And that's the whole 10-year, as Gary Vee said, the last thing I think I sent you was and I think he said you're 32, you could be doing exactly what you love at 42. And that kind of hit me because I'm about to turn 31, and I still have the tutoring business, but now I'm going into more of photography, editing videos. And it's kind of okay.
Sound, audio,
so it's kind of well, my thing is why, and everybody's like, oh, you got to do everything as you're 20. It's like, no, do when you're ready. I work with a coach. He started his YouTube channel when he was 40. And now he just had his first Play Fast clinic. So it's kind of you can start whenever, but the younger, the better, obviously. And reading books is obvious. I'm not the biggest reader. I'm an audio person.
I'm totally audio.
I'm a big podcast. I listen to 3 podcasts. And those get me motivated as well. But stocks and stuff, I still don't understand that.
Yeah, my dad owned his own business too, so really helped me out. Actually, my dad kind of pushed against me doing it.
The responsibility.
Well, because that he didn't really like the business partner.
What's his business, your dad's?
Well, he used to have a valve business.
Okay.
So he used to sell big valves to power plants and things.
Right.
So pretty serious. But when the crash came in 2008, he lost 60% of his business, and one of his biggest customers offered to buy him out and then hire him as a salesman. So he thought, that would be the best opportunity. But also, I remember as a kid, when my dad had his own business, I don't even remember him being around at all.
Yeah.
I just remember just my mom, and he was traveling and gone all the time, and my mom didn't have to work though, so I just remember my mom. But when he sold his business, became a salesman, I remember a lot more of him being in my life.
Yeah. So maybe that's what he was trying to.
So he had a big, and he saw that, and he goes, well, I could just do sales for these people and still make good money, and then I think he realized he was spending a lot more time at home, so he ended up not doing the business again, even when things got better.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people have a fear about, especially when you get older, is not being with your family.
Yeah.
She has 2 daughters. I have a son that's 9 months.